All right, the other button. Oh, it's in the refrigerator. Grab it. This is the one I did earlier. Yellow buttons. And that we take a little bit of yellow luster dust. This is canary yellow. And just, or is it daffodil? What is this? It's canary. And just, whoops, dust it so it looks like a button. And then that guy's going to get popped into the center of anything you want. Let's see, it might be a little big for this guy. Wow, that's really big, but it's actually kind of cute. We can put it in the center of this one. I actually have a little bit of royal icing here, so I'm going to use royal icing to attach it. Just pop a little in the center. Okay. And this guy is also, he's also white. Let's get some white on here. I don't know if I'm going to use all these, but I have them if I want them. And I'll make a little tiny button for him because I can. I have a little one, a little tiny one here. Okay. This mold is still cold, so I can just pop it in and out. So pop it in, and then pop it out again. See? It's because my mold was cold, so that worked. And because this is still wet, I can probably use water to attach it. It's still a little big, but that works. Looks almost like a daisy-ish type thing, doesn't it? Okay. So I've got a whole bunch of these, and I'm going to put them on my cake, but first I have to put the ribbon on my cake. So that's another fabric effect. Let me clear this out of the way, and we'll start on that. All right, so I have some ivory fondant. This is ivory fondant because I think old lady hats are ivory. I'm sorry, they're not really old lady hats. It's an older style hat. And I really like the look of them. They just remind me of the hats like the royals would wear, they wear such unique style hats. They're very unique. You know, not everyone has them, and this just remind me of one of those square hats. You know, it would normally have like tulle and netting and stuff on it. It'd be very beautiful, which you certainly could add. But okay, so what I'm going to do is just roll this out, and we are going to want a strip. I have a 6-inch cake, and you don't need to worry about the strip making it all the way around the cake. That's the nice thing about it. You can do it in pieces. So I have a 6-inch cake that's covered in ivory fondant. Sorry, it's a little sticky. And yes, I have Tylose in this too. I did not put Tylose in the fondant that covered the cake, but I have Tylose in this because I'm going to be modeling with it. Just a little bit. I don't want to make it so hard I can't cut through the cake. Okay. Now I'm not going to roll this down to a 2 because it's just too thin for me to work with and too long a strip. In fact, I may not use the pasta machine at all. I think I'll probably just roll it. I think I'm just going to roll it. And I do have it fairly thin. This is probably like a number 4 on my pasta machine, or a number 3 even. So it's still pretty thin because we are going to fold it in half. Okay, so we're taking, again, that 2-inch ribbon cutter. Okay, it's 2 inches, and again, we will fold it in half, so the finished size will be 1 inch. So you can adjust that to your cake. Now, this is long to work with. Do whatever's comfortable with you, what you're comfortable with. I'm going to flip it over because this is the right side facing me. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to seal these edges. A little bit of water. Fold it in half. All right. And you can thin this edge. It is important that this bottom edge is thinned. So we're going to take the rolling pin and thin this. And then we're going to cut it. We're going to trim that. Trim it up. Again, don't damage this folded edge or it's going to make your piece not look so great. This is a little long, so I'm going to cut it because it's kind of hard to work with. So I'm going to like cut it. Let's see, we'll cut it off right about here. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to taper these edges. Okay, so we're just going to taper this. Okay, and then taper this one. Like so. And it doesn't matter if they're even or not. The idea of this is that it should look a little asymmetrical. Should not look symmetrical. Okay. So how long is this? It's a little over 12 inches. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's about 16, 17 inches long. About 18 inches to go around. Actually, might go around my 6-inch cake. We'll see. Okay. So there we have it.